Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome to my channel, All My Plants. Today I'm back to plant chores. I have some watering, maybe some repotting, maybe check on some propagations. I don't know. The camera is definitely going to overheat, so if you hear me complaining about that, it is 26.1 degrees Celsius in here. That's about 79 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a little bit warm. I do have the window open. It's about, I don't know, 48-ish degrees outside, I think. It's not coming in here fast enough. So I guess I'm going to water some of these little tiny plants, small pot, dry quick, that are in this cabinet. The dead stick plant, which it's a slow grower, but it has done a grow. I'm just going to put them in there and top water, and whatever drips out, drips out. They can share. Florida Ghost, the tiniest little Florida Ghost. Not Ghost, Florida Beauty. The tiniest little Florida Beauty that you've ever seen. It's a cute little thing. And what's left of my variegated string of pearls. It's not looking super it's also looking like I've never watered it ever. It's a sad little baby. I'm trying though. Ugh. I had the all green one and I grew it just fine. I got it in a 4-inch pot and it ended up being about 5 feet long. And it was full and it was beautiful and magnificent. And I think thrips were getting to it, so I left it in the greenhouse. That was a couple years ago, that wasn't recently. But yeah, it was all my fault, everything that happened to that plant. I mean, after the thrips, of course. Some kind of Haworthia, which left its pot. Haworthia tessellata. I could probably use repot, honestly, because it's a lot bigger than it was. That and it's constantly flowering. That's what all this stuff sticking up is. I don't know if you can see that little bitty thing, but that's a flower spike. I will put that in there too. So yeah, I think the only one of these ones anyway that could really use a repot probably is that Haworthia. The rest of them have either recently been repotted or just don't need it. Kind of like, you know, the Florida Beauty doesn't really need it. Not anytime soon. I will do this Haworthia soon, but gotta be honest with you, I don't think I have the energy to figure it out today. Sometimes that's, you know, just how it is. None of these plants have any problems, or I would not be putting them in the same container for watering like this. I'm also going to let them kind of suck up whatever they suck up too. I just remembered this plant exists. Cactus with deco flower. I don't know what this is. This thing weighs a ton though, and I've had it for a while. It's not crazy ate up with roots. It could probably use a repot just to be straightened out some. That and it just kind of hangs over the pot. Another day, once again, for that guy. There is, it's fertilizer and Super Thrive in here. And as far as fertilizer, I'm just using Miracle Grow. Just like the liquid concentrate Miracle Grow. Because it'll do these guys just fine. I'm going to spray it with Orchid Mist as well. Is that overkill? I don't think so. I do Hoyas, my orchids, and also my succulents, cactuses also with this. Okay, I'm going to set them aside. I picked these up not too long ago in a video. These are the Squamiferum, Philodendron Squamiferum cuttings that have been in here for every bit of a year. They have dried out, they have been knocked over. There is new growth, but it's been a year. I mean, they should look better than this. So they've been way overdue for being potted up. They're just in a cup down in here. It's not looking like, oh wow, they're grown to the cup. Yeah. Putting that in leca. I don't even know if I'm going to try to untangle them. I don't think I am. Is that rotted? Oh no, it's not. Much to my surprise, the old chunk. They're actually still firm somehow. Go figure. So all I'm gonna do is plop them into some leca, I guess. Let me see if I can't find something to put them in. Wick, pot, cover pot, and my leca. At least some of it. Alright, hang that back up over here. There's a cart just the other side of this table. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember why I cut. Oh, I know why I cut it. Scary to tell you I couldn't remember. It was because the petioles were very long and it was just becoming unmanageable. It was on a pole. And kind of the same problem I was just talking about not too long ago that I've had with my Jose Bono. It was just unmanageable. It was falling over, the leaves were all beat up, and I just got sick of fooling with it. So I'm putting it in here. As far as I know, I have no plans of pulling it in the future. Some leca I boiled last night, mixed with some of the new leca that I recently purchased. Make sure I haven't pulled that out so far that it's not dangling. I don't want the wick completely against the bottom of the pot, so I keep pulling it up. Because I want leca both above and below it. I don't know why I'm having a hard time speaking. Yeah, I'm not breaking that apart at all. We'll get rid of some of these dried sheaths and yellow leaves. This whole leaf can go. This one here too, it's kind of sad. It doesn't look that great, but they feel okay. Somehow. Oh, alright. That's as fancy as I'm going to get with this. Let me move that. I'm just going to shovel it in there. Ooh, that's really wet leca. I was just wondering where the little cat was. I know she can hear it from 6 rooms away. She really, really enjoys leca and ponds. Oh, there's another yucky petiole. This is another plant that there's more of it somewhere that is already potted up. I'm sure of it. It was another one that there was just cuttings everywhere when I chopped it up. That's been a theme. It seems like I'm like, oh, this plant's huge. What do I do with it? Chop it up. Chop it up. And not because I intend to really do anything with it. I just feel like sometimes they need to be restarted, or sometimes maybe I just don't have the space for them at the time. So it's kind of like downsizing without actually getting rid of any plants. I'm just storing them somewhere much smaller for a while. Oop, another petiole. And that works for me just fine, I guess. Okay. I got a couple yellow leaves that I'm going to cut off. For as long as this has been in water, I'm surprised that the mother leaves look as well as they do. Because I mean, it's going dry. Some of them don't look so great. Well, that was a new growth, actually, that ended up not looking so great. Or newer growth. Alright, it's not the most fancy thing in the world. It looks pretty ridiculous. But I think as it grows and hopefully gets better treatment than it has done for the past year, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll get looking better. Hang in there, Squammy. Alright. I'm just going to dump this in there. It'll be enough to help the wick start getting moist. And hopefully I'll remember to fill that up later. No, I will. I promise you, I will. At least that's one less yucky water cup sitting in the floor for me to potentially knock over. I gotta go dump this and throw it away. Once again, just some Miracle Grow and Super Thrive in my really ugly watering can. Look, I got hair dye all over it the other night. I refuse to replace it until it needs replacing. This guy's getting a little bit sun-stressed. Of course, it doesn't say what it is. I want to say it's Ripsalis of some sort. I know that's not super helpful. I can never remember. But I do like the way it's kind of blushing. It's under some pretty high light. It's been growing pretty steadily since I brought it back in. Like it's, I don't know if you can see down there, but there's some new growth there. And that one there just dried off. Yeah, see the new growth in the bottom there? These guys. I think I want to water this right in its pot. It's so dry. Set it aside and let it wick it up some. And then I'll check it. I guess I'll dump some of that right in the leca too while I'm here. From the Squamiferum. I couldn't remember if I had the plug in the bottom of there or not. This is a very dry Ripsalis, Cereoides. I haven't gotten around to repotting it. When I do, they just kind of seem to take off. I usually don't water in here. I mean, I don't have anything against watering in here, but I usually take everything through to the bathroom, the shower, and generally I kind of hose off the whole plant for most plants. Some philodendrons are a little bit precious about being wet, but when they go in the greenhouse in the summer, they're all getting wet. They all get hosed down. Every single plant I have gets water on the leaves. I don't have too much problem with it, but there is, I say it's a low airflow. It is for a greenhouse. It is, but it's still more airflow than I'm getting inside my house. Except for, I guess, right in front of this fan, which is where I've set these other plants to dry. I forgot to spray the mystery Ripsalis. But yeah, I don't really worry too much about water sitting on them outside. Inside I do a little bit because, you know, bacterial and fungal issues are a thing that exist. But Ripsalis is not one of those. I think I could dunk it every day and it'd be happy. Alright, I'm going to set these aside. I'm getting a pile behind me already. I'm going to set these aside and check my prop box and see if any of that stuff is ready to be potted up yet. Okay, so this actually hasn't been sitting a terribly long time. I just set it up. Some of the stuff has been cut longer than others, but I just set it over there under some light on that shelf. And one of the main reasons for the box is because some of the stuff is in water, and I got a little cat that loves to knock stuff over. I mean, she's very passionate about it, like it's a career that she's been lovingly working towards for ages. And she's not, but I don't know, 6 months old, if even that. She might be 6 months old. Okay. Ugh, that looks kind of gross. It's Monstera aurea node. I'll just take it out because it's not rooting or anything yet. It's looking a little gamey. Not so good. But we have root movement. And there's a little bit, like, it looks different since I put it in there, despite how gross that is. Let it ride till it rots. This one here, it looks okay. It's not the prettiest, but it looks okay. It does have an aerial root kind of down in the moss. So I'll leave that one. How about you? Well, this one kind of looks shriveled. It also has an aerial root down in the moss, and it's holding itself pretty firmly, so I'm not really going to mess with any of them, I guess. Even as shriveled as this poor thing is, oh gosh. Is that a root? It's hard to tell through this cup, but that certainly looks like a root. Yeah, kind of, I don't know if you can see it there. It's just like a whiter spot in the moss. Okay, so maybe it's doing something that I can't see. For a gross little node. Okay. What else have I got in here? Oh, this was one of the Hoyas that I stuck in here not too long ago. I'm not seeing any root action yet. Hoya navajoensis, I think. Nothing going on there. Monstera pateri. It's about as rooted as it was when I put it in here, but I see a lot more new growth happening, so I might go ahead and jam those in some leca. Sounds terrible. But I don't know if you can see in there, but there's some new growth sticking up on some of them. On some. I don't know, I might actually let that go just a little bit longer. I'm afraid to let it go too long. Syngonium albo. That's a really white leaf coming in on one of them. And it's got plenty of roots. I don't know if you can see. I can't see what I'm showing you. Syngonium Three Kings. It has plenty of roots also. Maybe you can see in there. Am I holding it too high? I can't even tell. I can't even tell. Philodendron 69686. Which was recently cut. I see no root growth, or very, very little, on any of those. I do need to change the water though, I reckon. Change the water. Some of the leaves that it was cut with are going already. Florida Ghost. That does have some root growth. But I don't think anybody really has enough to be potted up just yet. Not yet. I mean, some in there. Begonia Crackling Rosy. There's no roots on that at all yet. Well, shucks, but the cutting still looks pretty good. Still looks pretty good. This oldest leaf on there might be suffering a little bit. It's kind of yellowing, but it's alright. I do need to top that one up. Dang, I'm out of water. What'd I do with the can? There we go. Oh, squishing leaves. Okay. Whew. I'm just noticing something on the back of this leaf of this 69686. It looks kind of mildewy or something. What the heck is that? More plant problems? Flashlight. I'm not sure what that is. Is it on other leaves on the back? Yes, it is. This one has it even worse. Oh, okay, hold on, let me show you this, because I'm not sure what the heck it is. Oops. Not sure what it is. At all. Which one? This one. That bird, I don't know what her problem is. Okay, so it's a 2-leaf cutting. I cut some of them that way because the nodes are so close together on this particular plant. Alright, let me show you. Do you see the black spots? It's kind of black and grayish. Is that just like mildew or mold? Like, what is that? Does it wipe off easily? Not especially. I don't know what that is. What do y'all think it is? Because I'm not sure. Not sure. Oh, you're overheating. Okay, I guess we'll cool off and take a break for a minute. Maybe that bird will stop screaming. Maybe I'll take these and wash them while I wait. See if that comes off. Pardon my wee little cat. She's been acting a little weird today. I don't think she's feeling the greatest. She's got some kind of rash. I don't know. She's gonna have to go back to the vet. I'm gonna have to remortgage my house if she has any more vet bills. Ugh, poor thing. What a matter. I'm still not 100% sure what that was on that plant, but it does come off pretty easily under running water, so I'm assuming mold or mildew. Maybe I put it away damp. Maybe the humidity's been higher in there than I thought. I don't know. But I just kind of brushed it all off under the water, and it's sitting to dry. I'm looking for pots to pot up these syngonium. Shoot, I've had that window open a while now, and I think it's cooled down 1.1 degrees. No, just 0.1 degrees. Still 79 Fahrenheit, or 26.1 Celsius. So it's warm. Ever so warm. These pots might seem a little bit big for the amount of root on these plants, but I think it's going to be alright. Don't you be staring, little Miss Ma'am. Yeah, not as spunky as she has been. Less spunky than normal, I'll put it that way, but still pretty spunky. She's been following me back and forth all day as I water plants. She just kind of sits in the tub and watches. It's a very strange cat. Not at all offended by water. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Your help is unnecessary. Okay. Psst, 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 psst. Come on. No, you can't sleep on the desk all day. Oh, now she's got the string to my pants. My drawstrings. No, don't do it. Ow! I'm being attacked. Okay. So these have okay enough roots. I guess it's just the two cuttings. There's that one. And then, is this just one? Yeah, this is just one, but it's got this little leaf here is one growth point, and then the rest of it is another. Okay. Oh my gosh, she's climbing the leather chair. Oh, and she didn't make it. She's just going to be a menace until I put her back, so. Don't drink it. Stay out of the soil bin, ma'am. If I can get this plant looking decent, because right now it's just got the old leaves that were actually grown outside in the greenhouse on it. If I can get it looking decent, I will probably give it away, because I have quite a few of these around. None of them are highly well, the one that's in my terrarium is variegated, very variegated. I don't know, it might have been a one-leaf cutting or something when I stuck it in there. I didn't know it was going to be variegated, or I probably wouldn't have stuck it in there. And I have some on a pole that are okay, looking fine. But I also have a couple pots around with some that are, you know, the variegation's so-so. That's just too much. It's too many. I guess I'll just make use of this water. That's laziness for you. And I'll do the same with this one. There we go. No, man. Keep your face out of the mud. Y'all wish me luck that it's not expensive at the vet. And I doubt at this point I can get her in before Christmas. I don't know, I'll try. I'll try. We'll see. I have to call tomorrow morning. That might actually be all I get done for now. A little bit of watering and a couple things potted up. It's getting late, and I still haven't eaten. I think it's probably, I have no idea because my watch battery died. Almost 8 o'clock. And I have yet to eat dinner. It's leftover night. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat, clean up my mess, snuggle my little kitty, all those fun things. Maybe read a book, or maybe I'll knit. I'll probably end up knitting while I watch YouTube, to be honest with you. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.